Hey ladies, welcome back to the Esther Reset. And in this video, I'm just gonna show you how to quickly make you a good, yummy smoothie, okay? So what I have brought here is everything that I'm gonna be putting in one or two of my smoothies. And only thing that really changes is the vegetable and the fruit, whatever that. But everything else will be the same. For example, I do have the almond milk, or you can use regular dairy milk, 2%, 1%, whatever. I always use almond milk unsweetened because it's 0 grams of sugar. So that right there is something that I always use. So that's gonna go in every single one of my smoothies, as well as I always do a splash of coconut water for extra like electrolytes and stuff. That's always gonna go in a smoothie. Sometimes I use a little extra water because I wanna have a little more liquid. Also, something I always put in a smoothie is protein powder. I usually use plant-based protein powder. This one is the Walmart version and it is vanilla flavored. This one's really good. But if you don't want to use, if you don't have powder, use peanut butter, use nut seed or whatever, a nut peanut butter, whatever. You can use other stuff. It doesn't have to be plant-based and it doesn't have to be this one particularly. But this one is pretty cheap, so like 12 bucks at Walmart. So I like this because it can go a long ways. And it tells you to use 2 scoops, but I noticed if I use 1 scoop, or just a half of a scoop, it's not overpowering. 2 scoops of this overpowers your smoothie, like it truly does. I always add a good banana, and I always cut my banana either in half or thirds depending on how many smoothies I'm making. So if I'm making 3 smoothies that day, I will only use 1 banana for that, just to kind of save, because sometimes, girl, you will be going through some bananas, okay? So I also added my mango here, which I always get my fruit frozen at Walmart. It's just cheaper that way. It's already frozen. And I also have some frozen spinach. I actually buy the fresh spinach, which is like $2 or $3. And then when I get home, I just plop it in the freezer and then it freezes. All right, so I'm gonna be making you some smoothies today. Some of my 2 favorite, this is my mango smoothie and my spinach smoothie. I drink these throughout the week. And since we're doing the smoothie, since the smoothies are a big part of this reset, I replace my breakfast with the smoothie and I always replace a snack. And I'm currently down 27 pounds when I'm recording this. So smoothies have been very helpful. While I still get to eat throughout the day, I still get to eat what I want, but I don't overdo it, right? So let's get into me creating this smoothie. Okay, so I make these every single morning at home. The first thing I always usually do is I tear my banana in half or thirds. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm also gonna go ahead and add some of my fruit right now as well. And so you let me know what you think. Add my fruit, and I say about a cup. Sometimes I do a handful, that's about a cup. Some of this is not as frozen because it's been sitting out here waiting for me to shoot this. Oh, also too, I always add some almond milk to my thing first. So let me move this around. So I have some almond milk here. We're gonna add about a cup of that. Some people measure, I kind of know what a cup is, so I just do splashes, y'all. But for the main part, I have in your ebook how much the calories are for each smoothie, so you kind of can already know. So we have that out of the way. I'm gonna add a splash of coconut water because I do like adding coconut water for the flavor and the electrolytes. This for me is the game changer, is the protein. Don't forget, like when you add protein to a meal or a drink, it makes you feel fuller longer. So I just added 1 scoop, and I'm gonna add almost 1 scoop. I was missing a little bit, so I'm gonna put a little bit more. I usually only do 1 scoop. They say to do 2. I'm sure you will feel more fuller if you did 2. And sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't, but I always add just sometimes a splash of water, especially if you're running out of almond milk or something. Do half a cup of almond milk and then do a half a cup of water or something. That's just how I do mine. So then I just add this on top. I'm gonna shake it all up, get all that stuff moving around, and then we're gonna start blending. Honestly, if I was only making 1 smoothie, I could just use this and put a different lid on it and take it with me to go. But since I know I'm going to be making multiple smoothies, I'm going to be actually using a different cup. And these are some of the cups I use all the time. So I'm going to pour it in there. Hopefully I get it right. Now, at times, if you feel like you didn't make enough smoothie, you feel free to add a little water to it and then shake it up. So that's sometimes what I do. But for the most part, my smoothies are pretty thick. So that's one of my smoothies. That's the mango. And then now I'm getting ready to make the spinach smoothie. Now, obviously, I would clean out this cup and do another version, but sometimes I don't, especially if they're all kind of very the same. All the ingredients are absolutely the same. So I'm adding a banana. Now I'm adding, ooh, that was a little more, but I usually add like a splash of coconut water. Always the zero unsweetened, the zero sugar almond milk. I used to not do this, but that was just giving extra calories for no reason. So always do the 0 gram unsweetened. And the spinach is usually very frozen, but since it's been sitting here, it's a little thawing out. So I'm gonna throw my spinach in there. Yeah, but I do love this one. This is one of my favorite. And I even make this for my husband, and this is one of his favorite. The strawberry banana is one of his favorite, and the smoothie one is one of his favorite. Or the spinach one is one of his favorites. So I'm gonna just do that. Okay. I also love to add a little bit of water to help that powder not get stuck. Okay. All right. And now we're gonna spin this up. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. And here we go. All right. So this very green smoothie is so yummy to me, honestly. Look how thick, and this is one of my favorite ones. Not only because it's green, but it's like, it just screams health to me. I love drinking this. I probably drink a green smoothie with a mango or strawberry banana, but definitely a green one is every single day, and a little bit goes a long way. So I still have some left in the cup, but there we go. There's our green smoothie. I'm super excited about that. And now I have created 2 different smoothies. So I have the mango and the spinach smoothie all done. And so now I will pop these in the refrigerator, and they will be my drinks for either that day or tomorrow, the next day. I don't highly suggest to make multiple days ahead, because sometimes you have to shake it and the texture is just giving real thick and it's not quite giving as yummy as you would like it to be. So those are the 2 smoothies. They're all done. Yeah, I'm excited to drink them.